All right, if we take a look at this negative natural log of x plus 5 plus 2, the parent function is going to be natural log of x. And for this, it's important to remember that all log functions are going to cross the x-axis at 1, 0. And then the next key point is going to occur at whatever x value is the base of your logarithm. So for natural log, the base, even though you don't see it, is e. And e is about 2.7. So go over to 2.7 on your x-axis, and that's when your graph's going to be up at 1. So I'd graph those 2 points, so 1, 0, and 2.7, 1. And another key feature about the graph of natural log is that you're going to have a vertical asymptote on the y-axis. Now that's going to come in handy a little later on, but your graph's going to right along this asymptote, hit these 2 points, and then go up. All right, so for your transformations, let's take care of the negative in front first. So that's going to be a reflect over x. So if you look back, your vertical asymptote's not going to change at all. That's going to stay right there. And then when you reflect over the x-axis, okay, so I'm going to go back to this graph here. Here's your x-axis. That point that's at 1, 0 is going to remain at 1, 0. Right, but this point that was over at 2.7 up 1 is still going to go over to 2.7, but it's going to go down 1. And then when you connect it, what I call the tail of the natural log graph is going to be going up now. It's going to hit those 2 points and go over to the right like that. So that's our first transformation. Now we need to take care of the, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's deal with this plus 5 first. Plus 5 is going to shift everything to the left 5. And this is where, if you draw on these asymptotes, I think those can really help give you a frame of reference where this graph's going to go. So originally the asymptote was at 0 on the y-axis, but if we're going to move it to the left 5, it's going to be back here at negative 5. All right, so if you draw that in for a frame of reference, you can just kind of recreate the pattern. So we need to go over 1 in the middle. So it should be now hitting your x-axis at negative 4. And then it should have gone over 2.7 or so down 1. So there's, and I just, oops, that was bad. It should go more like this. Ignore that. Key points that counts, right? So this one and this one, make your graph go this way. And the last transformation that we need to do is move everything up 2. So when we move everything up 2, that vertical asymptote's still going to stay at negative 5. But now this point that was at negative 4 is going to go up 2. And this point that was here is going to move up 2, so be about there. So you should have a point at negative 4, 2 now. Try to do a better job of drawing that one. That's what your final graph should look like for the negative natural log of x plus 5 plus 2.